What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? And today I wanted to talk about the PlayStation 4 4.0 software update. A subscriber sent me an image of a survey of what could possibly be included in the next 4.0 software update. We're going to go through that, and I'll list all the features that Sony is looking at adding to the PlayStation 4, including backwards compatibility. But before we do that, I wanted to discuss the PlayStation 4 a little bit more in depth. A lot of people have been reporting this news story in particular and saying that, oh, Sony should just release all the updates all at once. Oh, it's not that hard. It's really easy to do, you know? And I wanted to give you guys my opinion and also some facts. So when the PlayStation 4 got launched, Sony had said that it's not complete, it's not finished, but they wanted to bring the product out on the market. Now, in this day and age, they can do that because we're able to get software updates on a daily or even monthly basis as needed. The fact of the matter is, if we were back in Stone Age, or should I say PlayStation 1 or 2 days where there was no software updates, where it was just simply you bought the console and it is what it is. If that were the case, we would still be waiting for the PlayStation 4. That is my opinion. Everybody else, you know, they say all these other things, but that's my opinion. If we were back in those days, we would still be waiting for for the PlayStation 4 to be released, because there's so much that they are adding to it. Or on the other hand, or we could have just got what was originally released, which wouldn't be as good as it is today. A lot of people were happy when the PlayStation 4 got launched, and then there was a lot of people that are like, hey, what about this feature? What about that feature? And that's why we're coming into all these software updates. Now, another thing that gets on my nerves about other content creators and news outlets saying that PlayStation 4 is making this a big event where the software updates happen. The fact of the matter is, we ourselves make this a big event. PlayStation fans make it a big event. Whenever there's a new feature, whenever there's a new software update, PlayStation fans come together and we are excited and we rejoice. Even if it's the littlest thing, we make a big deal about it. Especially content creators. Content creators celebrate it a lot more than PlayStation fans in general, and they're the ones that are saying that pretty much. And then news outlets too. News outlets, I mean, come on, guys. We're all celebrating Sony's success together. Don't try to downsize it, and don't try to say, you know what, I don't know why they make a big deal about the PlayStation software updates, and they make a big spectacle out of it. The fact of the matter is, they can't possibly release all the updates at once. One, it would make a PlayStation 4 really unstable, and there would be a lot of backlash and a lot of problems with that. And that's why we haven't received a lot of these updates, a lot of these things that we want. I'll go into some of the details now. So on the screenshot that my subscriber sent me, the first thing that came on the list, now this is a survey, in case you guys don't know, this is a survey that was sent out privately to select PlayStation 4 users, and it was only sent out to a limited amount of people, just to get opinions. Now, these features will be coming to the PlayStation 4. It's just a matter of time. There's people rumoring and speculating, well, Sony wants to know which features you want and which features you don't want. All of these features will be available sometime in the near future, but the fact of the matter is, they can only roll out so much at a time. And we've seen this with game developers where they try to push their game and try to roll out a whole bunch of things, and then it fails completely. We don't want that to happen to Sony. So we see them growing and growing, and we see the PlayStation 4 expanding slowly. And I think it's great because I don't want a broken system. I mean, how many times have you guys seen them roll out a software update and some people have had issues Some people have had to wait for them to do a patch update before they could even play it. Can you imagine if that's just for a couple of updates on a software update? Can you imagine if they release all of these at once? It could be catastrophic. So, in my opinion, Sony, keep rolling out your updates little by little. Do it at the pace that is normal, and that won't affect us gamers. So this survey was sent out to a select few handful of people because they wanted to get people's opinions on what they should bring out first. Now other people are saying, oh, Sony just wants to know which ones you want and they're going to throw out the rest. No, that's not the case. The fact of the matter is that Sony is planning on releasing all of these, but they want to prioritize them. And that's why this survey gets sent out to a lot of people. So the first one up on the list is notifications when your friends come online. Now this is fantastic and we need this. We definitely need this. That's been a pain in the butt, so we definitely need this. PS2 classics. Now a lot of people are saying that claiming backwards compatibility. It says nothing about backwards compatibility. It says PS2 classics, which means that they're most likely thinking about bringing PS2 classics onto the PlayStation Network. Now, in my opinion, I have a PS3. I have some PS2 classics on there. That's great. That's fantastic. This can wait, at least for me. I don't know about other people. But on the other hand, if they were to say backwards compatible, where I can go out and buy a physical copy of a game that I love and pop it into my PlayStation 4, I would say release it today. But if it's something that's just going to be added on to the PlayStation Network and not backwards compatible, in my opinion, that can't wait. And then also they listed PS1 classics as well. And same goes there. It's pretty much the same thing. If it's backwards compatible, I'm all on board. If it's not, I can wait. And then folders. Folders have been, oh my gosh, a thing forever. Folders is another one that's on the list, and we can all agree that we would like to have folders, just like on the PlayStation 3. I have a lot of my games organized where they're just like extra games I play the most, and racing games, fighting games, party games, couch co-op games. I have a bunch of different folders for all of my PlayStation 4 games, and then music, and then all that good stuff, pictures and stuff. I really want folders to come. But is it a priority? You guys will let me know in the comment section below. Is folders a priority? And then a pure offline mode. Now, a lot of people have been requesting this because, you log on to your PlayStation 4 and you want to just play single player, like when you're on the PlayStation 3, you can play single player and you appear offline. That way you can just go through your whole single player experience, and then you could turn it back on and everything's all gravy and you go jump into a multiplayer game. Appear offline is another functionality that we definitely need sometime in the near future. Hide or completely remove items from your library, such as demos or other things that you downloaded. As many of you guys know, whenever you download something, it stays in your library on the PlayStation 4. On the PlayStation 3, on the other hand, it doesn't stay in your library. It actually gets placed in your purchase history. So if you go into account management on the PlayStation 3, you can go down to purchase history, and you can go to your download history and all that good stuff and re-download it there. But on the PlayStation 4, you go into your games library, all of them are there, even the betas. I mean, I was in 2 or 3 Evolve betas, and those are still on my PlayStation 4. I wish I could delete those. Is it a priority? We'll get to all the priorities in just a minute. Next one on the list, delete items from your library. Now, this is a little bit different from hide or completely remove items from your library, because this will delete it forever. Like, clear your browser history, dude. Like, you won't see it again. And, that one, not so important to me. Hide or completely remove from your library, yes, please. Filter options in-game libraries, installed only downloads. This one, filter options in-game libraries, you know, it would be cool, but not priority. Download avatars on PS4. Now, this is a pretty cool feature. I'm not sure if you guys would be into that. Custom backgrounds, ladies and gentlemen, it is freaking on the list. Custom backgrounds is on the list. And how many people want to have custom backgrounds? Raise your hand. Me. No, I'm just kidding, but seriously, I do. Store wish list. Now, this is a big one, because how many people like to go into the PlayStation Network store and just dream? I mean, back in the day, I used to have a GameSpot account, I think, and then I used to just go and put a bunch of games on my wish list. I think that is fantastic, and if they have that on the PlayStation Network store, power to them. Let's do this. Put it on. I would want a wish list. Increased max number of people in a party chat. Now, this is something that needs to happen because other quote-unquote consoles have just updated their stuff, and they can do that. And I think that would be pretty freaking fantastic. Nuts, but also fantastic. There's rumor and speculation that it could be bumped up to 16 people per party chat. Now, the other console went to 12, so if it's 16, that would be absolutely nuts, and we could have like a crazy chat party going on, and I think that would be pretty awesome. Right now, I believe currently there's 8 people. You can quote me if I'm wrong, but I believe you can only have up to 8 people in your party chat. So if it's 12 or 16, yes, please do that. And then another big one, change your PSN. PlayStation Network ID. Now, this has been requested for decades. Like, literally, when the PlayStation 3 came out with PlayStation Network IDs or PlayStation names, or I just say gamer tag, even though that's not correct. When they first came out, there was a lot of people, including myself. I wish I could go back to the day when I created the Scott Skadood PlayStation Network account. Yeah, that was my name. I was just like, you know what? When I got my PS3, I was so excited to play that I didn't even know what the heck it was. You know, I just created an account, and it was like, you need a username. And I'm like, what the heck? What do I need a username for? To sign on or something? I had no idea that I would be playing online or playing with other people. I had a PS2 and I came to the PS3 and I created that sucker. And then I was just like, well, I wanted to say Scott. And then I was trying to go with something with skateboarding. And then I just ended up saying Scott Skadood. And I'm like, great. Because one of my friends came over, we were playing Guitar Hero. He's like, dude, have you played online? I'm like, no, you can play online? I mean, I saw that functionality, but I didn't really look into it. And then he's like, dude, you've been missing out. And then we went to go play online. He's like, what the heck kind of PlayStation Network name is that? I'm like, oh, yeah. So, PlayStation Network ID, I wish I could change that. I'm sure a lot of people could. I'm sure a lot of people wish they could change that. Instead, like a couple years later, I created MonkeyFlop, and that's what I stuck with, and that's what you guys see on the channel today. So, a little history on my little gamer tag mishaps. And then the last but not least one you could check off is you don't want any of these. That's literally what it says. None of these. Now, I'll display the image on the screen so you guys can see it for yourself. This is actually the image from the survey. Definitely let me know what your guys' thoughts, opinions, questions, concerns are about all of this. If you guys have watched up until this point, the keyword of this video is classics. Use classics creatively in the comment section below. I think that would be absolutely awesome and nuts if you guys would. If you guys would take 2 seconds out of your day, hit a like. That really helps me out. If you haven't already subscribed, that would be be awesome as well. I'll see you guys later. Woo! No more energy drinks,